Oh, hello, Pet Collective. I'm Margaret Cho. This is Lucia. Come on in and let me show you my pets. My name is Margaret Cho. I'm a stand-up comedian and an actor and a musician and a cat and dog mother. This is my dog, Lucia Katerina Lawler Cho, or Cho Rucha, which is her Korean name when she's doing something she shouldn't be. I say Cho Rucha. So that's her. She is a rescue dog from the Michelson's Found Animal Rescue, and she was rescued with her litter. She is half Chihuahua, half Dalmatian, which I don't really see, but she is my bestest, my bestie. And then she has 3 cat siblings, Sacre-Cœur Saudade Cho, who is a Sphinx cat, and then her sister is Sarang John Child, who's also a Sphinx cat. They're litter mates. And then their littlest brother, Uju Ud Cluzo Cho. Uju is a lycoy, which is a kind of a weird aberration that happens when there's a genetic mutation where they lose their hair. So he is kind of weird looking, but I think they're called werewolf cats. So he looks like a cross between Lon Chaney as the werewolf and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Lucia came first. I had a friend of mine who was working at an animal rescue, and she found these people who had fostered a litter. I walked into the room, and Lucia put her snout in my elbow and then fell asleep immediately. And so then I just backed out of the room like, just let me go with the dog. Nobody gets hurt. And it was a very beautiful relationship. I mean, she just fell into my arms, and we've been together for 2.5 years. She's been on the road with me. She knows when I'm performing, I just sit in the dressing room, and then she knows when people are clapping, that's when I'm gonna come up. So I'll always be there for her. So we're together all the time. She's in the movie Good on Paper that I did on Netflix, and she's in the opening credits for just a second. Well, the cats came into my life during the pandemic because I really felt like I've always wanted to have cats, and I never thought I could just because I wasn't home enough. But after being home for several months, I kind of thought, well, I feel like I really should be able to have a cat. So there was a situation where I had an opportunity to rescue Sacre-Cœur. She's a special needs cat because she's deaf and she has some balance issues, and sometimes she needs a little extra care. And then Sarang came with her because Sacre-Cœur needed just basically an assistant. So Sarang is Sacre-Cœur's assistant, and it's really sad. When Sarang had to get spayed, she had to go to the vet overnight, and Sacre-Cœur ran around the house screaming, like, "Where's my assistant?" Like, it was real like Devil Wears Prada, because she was like, "Where is she?" Like running around like, "I'm gonna kill her." It's a very codependent, very problematic relationship, but they're so inseparable. They're such beautiful girls. Uju, I really love him. So Uju is a boy that we just needed a boy. We needed some male energy, and it was a very important addition to the household. He really completes our family in a way that's really special. For me, it's just so fulfilling. I made my house really a sanctuary for them. I really love to curate environments for my pets to really enjoy their lives. And I think I try to make a home that I would like to live in. I wish that I could have a slow feeder. Like, if I could have a toy that I could nose to get corn chips out of, that would be ideal. Like, if I could have something that filled with popcorn that I would have to exercise to get the popcorn out, I think that would help me out a lot. I think it's a myth that cats and dogs don't get along, that we have been fed by cartoons and all this sort of stuff for many generations, that they don't get along. But actually, I think that they're fine. They're fine coexisting. They can all coexist like a family. if you give them a little time, they really do have fun together and they really do get along. I mean, sometimes there's a little bit of like an argument over, say, a chicken foot. But, you know, as long as you're kind of like giving them all the equal amount of attention, I think it works itself out. My animals really help me stay grounded and feel centered because my main job is scooping up poo. Like, all I do is scoop up different kinds of poo, whether it's wet, whether it's dry, whether it's hard, whether it's new, whether it's old, whether it's warm or cold. I feel like I can't really let any sort of the pressures of the showbiz world get in the way of my waste management. So now we're gonna move into the house portion of the tour and I'll show you how these pets live. So this is the first part of the catio. This is the first existing structure that was it's kind of a ready-made chicken coop. Upstairs is Sarang's room. No other cats are allowed up there. She's like, that's my room. So she goes up there, there's like windows that you can look in. This is good because there's a lot of shade so they don't get sunburned because Sphinx cats can get sunburned. It's hard to find sunblock. There's no sunblock for cats because they lick their skin. But mostly the sunshade is really what I count on. So the shade of this tree, and there's UV screens up on the top of this catio's. Hi. She's stretching out for your pleasure. Part of it is like giving them enrichment, and cats love the outdoors as long as it's controlled. So to have a catio is really ideal. And at first I thought this would be enough, but then I have so much space back here, and I'm usually out here most of the summer. And so it was really nice to be able to spend time out here with the cat. Oh, look at him with his mitts. I think he's gonna be a big cat because his paws are so big. So this is their cat food casino. They can have like dry treats in their cat food casino. Like, I don't want them to eat too much because Sphinx cats have a tendency to get a little bit overweight. So what I do is I have, every time they try to eat something, I have it be like a game. And so this is a good way because they have to sort of like find it, and it takes a little bit of effort, a minimal amount of effort. And I really wish that I had toys for mommy's food. And then also when they're occupied, then I can get in there and do a nail here and there. I mean, I feel like I've been preparing for this my whole life. I thought about these things, but I never had a cat. So this is like perfect opportunity now to express all of my cat desire. This is their Indiana Jones bridge. Sarang really likes the Indiana Jones bridge. She's very adventurous. What we have is like a major like sensory overload where like all the cats have a million things to do all the time. So she gets to scratch, and then she gets to climb, and then she gets to go in her Indiana Jones. It's very adventuresome. She really loves this bridge. I wish I had a bridge like this somewhere in the house, but I can't get on it. I'm too big, but she really likes it. So this is like the cat from Japan room, basically. And so they have their cat mat, Fuji. They have their sake bar, izakaya, where there's bar fights. They have their Chinese castle. I made this out of the kit, which is actually really hard to do for me to put anything together. But I put this together, and there'll be a fight in there. There'll be a bar fight sometimes. Like Uju will go in, and he's underage, so he shouldn't be in there. But he'll go in, and Sarang will be in there in her cups with the bottles, and they'll have a fight, and then somebody will pop out the front. It's in a different room, so they can't gamble and go to the bar at the same time. They have to pick one or the other. This is their robot where if I'm not home, it'll actually like put it on the floor, and it'll go all over the house, and it'll dispense treats, and it'll take pictures and videos of them if you know, I want to see them, but I can just see them in real time. I give them treats and talk to them through the robot, which is it's really helpful. Today we're doing tricks for charity, and the charity I've chosen is the Michelson's Found Animals, because that's where I found Lucia, and they do wonderful, wonderful work with rescue animals, and so I'm going to be donating to them, and so we'll do some tricks for treats. They can't do any tricks, but oh, you can grab this dragonfly while you're looking for food. Why don't you do that? See, she did it. Amazing. Animals are incredible. And for this trick, we're gonna have Lucia lick my nose. Wanna lick my nose? Wanna lick my lips? Wanna lick my nose? Wanna lick my face? Okay, the one time she doesn't wanna do it. So for charity. Oh, there she did. Yay! Okay, those are all the tricks they're gonna do. They don't really do any tricks, but the money's going there anyway, so we're good. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy that you guys got to see how my animals live, and now I have to get back to scooping poo. But if you want to watch them, there's a lot of animal content on my Instagram, Margaret_Cho, Twitter @MargaretCho, TikTok @TheMargaretCho, and my website, margaretcho.com, if you want to catch up with me on tour or going anywhere. But the animal content is where it's at. All right, thank you so much. See you next time. Say bye, Lucia.